Hey everybody, Carl here. Welcome back to Trails in the Sky. In the last episode, I could pan the camera. Alright. In the last episode, we made our way to the Haken Gate, where we're panning the camera back and forth, and we can't pan it any further because this is the border to the Empire itself. Important things are going down as we are having a talk with General Morgan, a man infamous for his hatred of bracers, but he is a war hero. He helped fight off the Erebonian invasion 10 years prior. I was supposed to be off duty today, but then we received an order to maintain ready status here in the fort. Well, that's why you're chilling with the bread and the jam? Tactical positioning is what I call that. Now, I don't much care to go to his office. I'm gonna poke around every other place. I was involved in the search for the missing airliner until late last night, so I'm dead tired. Ooh, fake yawn got me. Alright. The end of the hall on the left. It looks like this is the general's room. Yeah, I'm not going there. Screw that. The door's locked. Cool. We could go up here. Aha! Because of what happened 10 years ago, all of the guards here are very tense. I hope we never have another breach of this gate by the Imperial Army. Dude, me too. The border is always confronted with threats from the Empire. Therefore, we must be extremely prudent in our actions, whatever we do. Otherwise, it could possibly give them a pretext to invade again. Dude, the tensions, though, they are high. But now, what's in the basement? Aha, cells. Good to know. Alright. We won't get in trouble, though. Or will we? Let's see. Here we are. Let's have a knock, shall we? Alright, here goes nothing.
Are you here on behalf of Mayor Maybell?
That's right.
Very well. Come inside.
Thank you for seeing us. And there he is.
I'm glad that you came. My name is Morgan. I've been tasked with guarding the Haken Gate by Her Majesty Queen Alicia.
It's an honor to meet you, sir. We are all here on behalf of Mayor Maybell. Please pardon our intrusion during such a busy time.
There's no need to apologize. I have known Maybell since she was but a child. I couldn't imagine ignoring her request, much less one from the mayor.
Alright then, would you please read this first? Handed over Mayor Maybell's letter.
So it's about the missing airliner, is it? Under ordinary circumstances, that information would be strictly confidential. But considering this is a request coming from her, I'll tell you everything I know.
Score! So, me and Estelle, dude, we are soulmates. Sweet!
Are you happy about something that doesn't concern you?
Oh crap, I should have kept my mouth shut. The mayor appears quite distraught over the situation, and so we wanted to do anything we can to assist her.
I see. Well, I'm glad to hear that she's been blessed with some good people around her. Let me get right down to things and explain the status of our search efforts.
Please do.
The airliner Linda disappeared on its way to Roland after taking off from the Bose landing port. Presently, we have units searching all areas of the region, but we've yet to come up with anything.
So what you're saying is, the possibility of the incident being caused by monsters or an accident is fairly slim, right? If an airship of that size had crashed, it likely would have been discovered in the initial search efforts.
Yes, that's exactly right. In fact, the flight route between Bose and Roland goes over some plains that allow a commanding view of the lands. And of course, the probability of the airliner going down in Valeria Lake or the ocean is extremely low.
Boy, am I relieved to hear that it's probably not a worst-case scenario like that. So, if those have been ruled out, then that leaves the door open to the possibility that the airship could have been taken, right? Which makes me think that the only remaining motives must be to loot the cargo or demand a ransom for the hostages. In other words, a hijacking, right? Also, considering the geographical conditions, It could have been a covert operation carried out by the Imperial Army. And that would be really big news if that were the case. We may have given away too much big brain power here. We're more than just regular citizens. What's the matter, General?
I was just thinking that that's quite an impressive assessment for some civilians. We also consider the possibility that the Imperial Army was involved, so we have enforced strict regulations on the flow of information. An international incident, if taken lightly, could result in another war.
War?
But thanks to the small mercies of Adios, the possibility for another conflict disappeared early this morning. A certain organization sent a letter to the royal family and Orbital Ship Company claiming responsibility and demanding a ransom for the passengers. This organization goes by the name of the Kapua family.
The Kapua family? It couldn't be who I think it is, could it? It certainly appears that way.
The Sky Bandits who've been operating in the shadows in the Bose region and are led by 3 siblings at their heads. I take it you've heard of them?
Not only have we heard of them, we just had a run-in with them in Roland. Estelle! I just can't believe those good-for-nothing thieves that managed to create such a big incident here in Bose. My thoughts exactly, Joshua.
Estelle!
Oops.
You had a run-in with them in Roland. I'd heard that some of their gang had shown up in the Roland region, but...
I think he's onto us. Yeah, because of you and your big mouth.
I see now. I thought the way you were able to analyze the situation was strange for mere civilians. But I never would have guessed that a girl and a couple of kids like you were bracers.
Who are you calling kids? Just for the record, Mayor Maybell did in fact request that we come here and talk to you.
Silence, deceivers! Get in here, men!
Oh, he looks pretty pissed. So this is how a hard-nosed military man acts, eh? Oh damn! Gonna just shoot us down?
What's the matter, General?
Did these visitors try to pull anything funny?
These bracers need to be shown the door. Throw them out immediately.
Oh boy. Just what is your problem, old man? Trying to brush us off like bugs?
You're no different. Hiding your identity so you could try and finagle some information out of me. I don't use that word often. It's because you pull underhanded actions like that bracers can't be trusted.
Just where do you get off calling it finagling? It's your own fault since you didn't share information with the guild to begin with.
Nonsense! Who in their right mind would leave an incident this big in the hands of a mere civilian group? I swear, of all the stupid things Maybell could have tried to pull, hiring a bunch of kids like this and getting in the way of our search party.
How about you cut with the crap, General? Why do you think we've had to come all the way from Roland to begin with? It's because when it comes down to it, you military morons can't do your job.
What did you just say?
Holy cow. Oh, Cher's really pissed, alright. For the past few months, you've known about the string of burglaries which seem to be the work of the Sky Bandits, right? And who, knowing full well it was them, dumped the workload onto the guild instead of looking into it themselves like they should have, huh? And now, the second this incident happens, you get on your high horse with an attitude. Yet you've got nothing to show for it. No hostages, or even the location of the missing airliner. Don't you think that's an embarrassment to the entire kingdom?
Silence, girl! The military is an organization that runs on discipline and does not take action on a whim. Unlike a group I know of who didn't think ahead and let the Sky Bandits escape. So enough with your insolence.
So you're really looking for a fight, aren't you? Oh man. How sad it is to see such discord. Oh. Strife brings nothing to be borne, but only extends to barren wilderness within our hearts. Let me sing a requiem for you all, one to soothe your parched souls. A gentle yet wistful tune to bathe your brittle spirits and cause the deserts of your hearts to bloom. Brightly shooting stars, leaving trails in the skies, Like a guiding light, they show me the way to your eyes. This yearning passion tears my heart in twain, and the cruel moon mocks my pain. If this fleeting dream shall never be, a single wound will remain in my heart for all to see. Our passionate first and final kiss, your tears to me are an amber bliss. Let us immure this eternal love. Yeah, I apologize. Haha, it looks like you all understood what I was trying to get across. What is it that is most precious above all? That's love and peace, baby. Holy smokes! Blonde-haired man just got split into pieces. Again, this game is not made for widescreen, so you sometimes see some weird stuff right off the screen.
I think it's about time for the search party to be returning with the reports.
That's right, General.
I should get back to my duties and make sure you don't let those kids in again. Oh, and cancel any further checks on the travelers along the Isen Road. Having these kids around any longer will just be an eyesore.
Right away, sir. He ran away. I wish we could escape. He's still right behind us, isn't he? Yeah, and he's not looking so good. Here he comes. No matter which country you visit, military men lack romanticism. But you lot, on the other hand, appear to appreciate my aesthetic sense. You know, maybe we should get going ourselves. Yeah, good idea. We had a bit of trouble, but we did manage to get some information. After we head back to Bose, how about we think about our future plan of attack? Where are you going? Wait for me! I mean, please wait for me! Come on, I want another party member. Just take him, it's better than nothing. Let me try and introduce myself again. I'm Olivier. Is it Olivier? Olivier? I think it's Olivier. That's what I've heard from others. I'm Olivier Lenheim, a wandering bard and musician by trade. Alright, checks out. As you already know, I am an Erebonian touring your fair Liberl. I'm Estelle, and... Now wait a minute! Why do we have to introduce ourselves to you? Easy, Estelle. He did intercede for us back there. I'm Joshua. And I'm Sherazard. Things were getting pretty heated, and I'm glad you stepped in before something really bad happened. Let me just say thanks. You've got nothing to thank me for. I only did what any person who loves beauty and peace would have done. However, if you insist, how about going out on a date with me for a day? I'm gonna have to pass on that. First of all, I don't have that sort of free time. Oh, that's too bad. Alright then, I guess I'll accept Joshua as a substitute. What do I have to do with any of this? Please don't involve me in your questionable humor. Well, that's odd. I didn't mean it as a joke. Saying that makes you even more questionable. Now, just a minute. How come you didn't invite me on a date? You? I don't know how to put this, but you're a bit lacking in the sexy department. You're not the first man to tell her that, and that's problematic. You might want to think about taking a lesson or two from your friends here. Well, excuse me for not being sexy. Me every day. Just what do you mean by saying I should take a few lessons from Joshua? Calm down, Estelle. I think you're cute enough just the way you are. Though I guess it's true. And that's the third man to say she is lackluster in the sexy category. Wow. Estelle gets no breaks. What did you just say? Oh, good grief. Anyway, like I said before, we're busy. I'm sorry there's not a better way to thank you, but we gotta get going. Then how about you take me along with you to the city of Bose? This is my first time in Liberl, after all, and I'd like to request a guide. Well, if that's all you want, then I don't mind. Shara? Now just a second. It's the least we can do, and we're headed to the same place anyway. Plus, acting as a guide is one of Abracer's many duties. Oh, alright. Guess we're stuck with him until then. But what if he tries to sink his poisonous fangs of lust into Joshua? Estelle? Don't you worry, Joshua. I'll save you from his perverted attentions if he tries anything funny. What is it exactly that you think he'll try? Oh, please don't refer to me like some sort of ferocious beast. I'd rather that you call me a hunter of love. Even Love Stealer wouldn't be that bad of a title either. Are you right in the head? So how about it, everyone? Shall we leave for Bose? I'm counting on you all to get me there safely. Now, let us be off. Who died and made you leader? Hey, wait a minute, you! I'm not done warning you about the grisly fate that awaits you if you sully Joshua's innocence. Well, that can wait, Estelle. With that, Olivier has joined the party. We are 4 members. Now we can kick some butts. The general's voice is as loud as ever. In fact, we could hear it all the way here inside the bar. Whenever the general yells, all the young recruits come running in here in fear.
The road has finally been reopened. And now that I got my entire entry permit, I can finally go to Bose.
Good for you.
Ha ha ha. So the general's finally let his thunder fall here at the Hawking Gate, has he? No doubt his troops screwed up something real bad this time.
Yeah, not quite his troops. Can I have a rest here? It can't cost that. 80 Mira. So mumble, 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 mumble. I'll take it. It's not that bad. There we go. Just wanted to feel refreshed and ready. Let's just do a final little pass here.
Even if you try to live a serious life, you're still gonna have your ups and downs. That's why living a life on a whim and taking it easy is the best way to go.
We might share 4 letters of our names, Carlos, in the same sequential order, but I am the exact opposite. I live my life by a spreadsheet. That's just what I find comfortable.
I could hear the general yelling all the way out here. What in the world did you guys do to piss him off like that?
I mean, he did a lot of the yelling on the stairs, so...
Please don't hold it against me. But after getting my ear yelled off by the general, I can't let you through.
Dude, it's fine. We got the information. Dude, he spilled the beans. We're out of here. We got Olivier with us. This is so cool. Olivier is a ranged character. He uses, despite being a bard, you might think he does some musical stuff, and he might have some abilities like that, but he mainly uses a gun. Straight up gun. That's an Erebonian for ya. We're gonna avoid all the exploding Close call. I don't want to be anywhere near these birds. I don't want to be anywhere near these freaking gates. We're just going to go back. We're going to report to Lugran at the guilds. and we are going to continue along the trail. Now, for the first time with a full party. And Estelle did say something funny, like, oh, who made you leader? Well, technically, I could make Olivier the leader. Just like that. There we go. Let's go. Yeah. Now, this feels weird. So this is Bose, is it? It's more urban than I'd imagined. That building over there is Bose Market, no? Well, you seem to be quite knowledgeable. Are you sure this is really your first time in Liberl? Ah, I was smart enough to buy a tourist guidebook before I left. One published by your very own Liberl News, no less. A guidebook? Do they really sell such things? I don't know how to say it, but we live in a really convenient age. So, do you intend to go shopping at the Bose Market now? Yep. And after doing a bit of window shopping, I plan to dress up and dine out. According to the guide, there's supposed to be a 3-star restaurant in town. Right, the place we ate at with the mayor. The Anterose? What I mean to say is, I guess this is the place. The Anterose authentic Liberl cuisine. The Anterose, there was a period there. Or so they say. I thought that was a long name for a restaurant. Indeed, no doubt this is the place. I'm quite looking forward to it. But it's supposed to cost a pretty mira if you decide to go with a full course meal. I'd have to recommend a normal bar any day over this. Oh, worry not, my fair lady. I've brought sufficient travel expenses. And if that's not enough, I'll earn more with my superb skills. Superb skills? You're not talking about your songs and musical, renditions, are you? Can you actually earn Mira with that crap? Hey, that's harsh, Estelle. I guess it does make sense. I've starred as the main opera singer at the Great Theatre in the Erebonian capital before. If I remember right, I once earned 1 million Mira in a single night. Big fat liar. All right, everyone, good work. I guess this is farewell until fate brings us together once more. No, don't go. I thought we had more time. Adios, amigos. Don't go. I forgot. Oh well. What horror have we unleashed upon this poor innocent city? Is everyone from Erebonia a weirdo like that? I don't think I like the idea of that being the Empire stereotype. Huh? What I'm trying to say is that I think the majority of the people there are quite serious. I read in a book that their ethos respects the strong silent type. So what you're saying is that he's simply a weirdo because he's an artist? Now, just hold up there, Estelle. If the artists of this world heard that, they'd be less than pleased. Let's see, we need to report the information we got out of the general to Lugron. And it would be best if we let Mayor Maybell know after that, too. So first we visit the guild, and then the mayor's residence. Okay, let's get going. Bum 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 bum. We're controlling Joshua. That's nice. Let's actually swap it back, because it just feels weird not having my girl in front. There we go. Perfect. Now, Eligia, what's up? I really want to buy a pair of shoes to match the dress I bought yesterday. Maybe I'll go poke around the shops and see what they've got. You might. Now, knowing my obsessive-compulsive mind, it seems like people here have gotten new dialogue.
General Morgan, he's one of the great men who fought in 100 Days' War, and Hawking Gate's one of the most important of strategic military points. It's no surprise that he oversees the border garrison there.
This means that we've missed out on a bit of dialogue, because we went and did quests, because I didn't want to do it straight after we just searched the city the other time. So, here's what we're gonna do, everybody. Remember, timestamps are down in the description if you don't wish to see this. But we're gonna make a save right here, and I would like to have a chat around the city from the previous save right here. So, let's start on a little trip around the place.
Lucas, this city has all kinds of merchants. First, there are the ones who open up shops in the Bose Market. Then there are the merchants who have their own places on the South Block Avenue. And then there are trade merchants like Trino and Borden. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention that even the mayor's a merchant.
Dude, that's great. What's up, Legia? I gotta treat myself to a new dress. Hope I can find something that I like. What about you? Something with an L, right? Jacob. No else.
Mayor Maybell may be young, but she's quite a businesswoman. Her political finesse is one of the things we pride ourselves on as citizens.
Indeed. Bum, 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 bum. What's new at the port, everyone?
Presently, all airliner flights have been postponed. I'm also sorry to inform you that we have no idea when they will resume either.
It's terrible. I guess I won't be able to travel by airliner for the time being. It's not that I'm in a hurry to be anywhere, so I'm not too stressed. But I'd at least like to know when flights will resume. Well, that's classified, lady.
My boss Lakely worked as an airship mechanic even before there were such things as airliners. In other words, he's like my senior in the field of maintenance. And for that reason alone, he's stricter than anyone could imagine. I get yelled at every day. Norm!
What?
Didn't I tell you that idle hands are the devil's work? I'll find something to do. If you got the time to talk, then how about putting some of these tools back where they belong?
Wow.
Yes, boss.
That's such a nice interaction.
The Bose International Landing Port gets a lot of traffic, which is kind of why I came here expecting to get some photos with this orbital camera. Why isn't there a single ship coming in?
Because you're a dunce. That's why. Alright, who are you? Heart.
What is this world coming to? I'm trying to head to Ruan, and then all of a sudden I'm told that flights have been cancelled. Despite this being out of my control, arriving late for a business deal is embarrassing for a Bose merchant.
Dude, these are extreme times. Let's go down and talk to Lakely, because he sounds awesome.
The fact that we're all on standby must mean that either the company doesn't fully grasp the situation, or there's already an airliner on the way. I think the fact that nobody's been told much means that we're all in the dark.
Indeed. Let's get back to town after I have a little sip. Ah, just like that. We got the guild, nothing interesting there. The Angelo's restaurant, though.
Thank you for your...
Okay, so we gotta go back to the Bose accent here.
Thank you for your continued patronage. I shall be anxiously awaiting your next visit.
We were treated by the mayor last time, and how much did it come out to be? Don't think we'll ever be able to come here again. Not on our salaries, anyway.
True, but you have to admit the food was worth the price. As expected, the food made by professional chefs is something else.
It's a skill. Norch. How absolutely scrumptious. The things they can do with monster eyes here is simply amazing. I'm not sure if there's a single restaurant in all of Grancel that can even compare. Marion. This restaurant has a great reputation even in Grancel. I actually came from the capital just to eat the food here, in fact. Really?
I was a merchant in the Bose market back in the day myself. Though I'm quite retired now.
Quite retired? Oh, hey. You were in here before, right? Did you forget something? No, I forgot to check the people, so yeah. Letta.
This is actually my first time eating at a place this fancy. I'm so afraid I'll embarrass myself.
Fanny. Oh, come now. What's with that hunched posture? Sit up straight. This is a fancy pants place. Karen.
No, we're under strict regulations. This price would never be accepted.
Shaq.
You're going to drive us out of business if that's the best you can do. We're having a good discussion here, aren't we? I bet you're loving this.
Alright. Alta. I came here often with my old granddaddy way back when. Why, that must have been 10 years ago now. Even tourists visiting this place gets an accent. It's the strangest thing.
Thank you so very much. I look forward to your next visit to our fine establishment.
Hey, chef.
Are you able to have as much fun cooking as I do? Please come again anytime.
Alright. Once these potatoes are peeled, it's on to the carrots. I must peel as I have never peeled before. They just catch me off guard. Like, I'm not prepared for that intensity. It's like that one lady at the market. Oh, I want to go see her. See if she still has that energy about her. But first, praise be to Adios and all of that.
Mayor Maybell is the daughter of the late mayor. She may be young and a little rough around the edges, but she isn't the type of a person to let herself be limited by her own father.
That's good. She's strong. She's cool. Everyone else, they drool.
I wonder how I can become a merchant. Beats me. But I'll at least tell you this. Anyone who can't do Sunday school arithmetic is bound to fail.
Poor Harry.
Well. Besides, I've never heard of a merchant who's bad with numbers.
Mina's just ruthless. I love the way they've written kids in this game.
May I help you? Oh, so, I see you've met with the mayor. Please stop by again if there's anything to report to the mayor regarding a request. I've been informed by the mayor to let you in at any time.
Yes. Right. Can I see her right now somewhere in the house? Aha, maids. Mayor Maybell is not only a beautiful woman, but she's smart and dignified. I really look up to her, and I hope that I can be like her someday. What do you mean? You're already smart and dignified. Bum 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 bum. Leela? It's confusing that this maid is Leela and the maid in Roland is Lita, but you know. Miss Maybell may not look it, but she's been really hung up over these incidents. There's been a string of break-ins, you see, if you hadn't already heard. If there's anything you Braces can do to assist Miss Maybell, I am asking you, as her lowly maid, to help her shoulder the burden. Alright, I think what separates her voice from Maybell is that she's just a bit more subdued. And Maybell is more out there. Sup? Sup, girl? Can't talk across the desk, huh? I'm looking forward to hearing a good report from you, Braces. When you meet with General Morgan, please give him my regards. Oh, yep, that's gonna go well in the future. Alright, it's not to worry. Not to worry. Again, we're in the past right now, doing a little seek, a little sweep. And what we're missing right now is the bar and the hotel. A lot of people compare us to the Anteros, actually. But there's really no comparison. None whatsoever. Anteros is where you go if you got money. This is where you go if you don't. Ah, yeah.
People often compare us to the Anteros. It's like apples and oranges. You like good, cheap grub, you come here. You want food for hoity-toity delicacies and excessive formality, you go there. I don't feel the slightest shred of competition. We appeal to completely different customers.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the Great Collapse? Long ago, there existed a prosperous society on this continent, contentedly thriving on high-grade orbital arts. Yet one day, all of that was destroyed by a cataclysm we call the Great Collapse.
That's pretty important lore. Thank you.
I used to manage an ornament workshop. Then one day, I took out a rather large loan and found myself in way over my head. So the workshop got handed over to my debtor. Lost it all, I did. Worked my way up from the market and really thought I was on the way to making my dreams come true.
I'm sorry.
Miss Morano suddenly gave me the day off. No rhyme or reason, far as I can tell. What the heck is she up to? With the airships grounded, maybe she just feels like we ain't gonna get any work done anyway. When we get busy like this, I always feel like I should be doing a million things at once. Well, if I'm to take a holiday today, then so be it. I'll get nothing done and like it.
Yeah, you do that, Simon. You worked hard in Roland, okay? It's hotel time. Who's here? You never know who's gonna be at a hotel like this. What's up?
Welcome. The Freedom Hotel began its business 120 years ago and has a long and distinguished history here in Bose. Please enjoy our hotel's atmosphere, which is rich with tradition.
I sure will, my dudes. We've already spent some time here to rest and recuperate. It was pretty alright. Dina. After I finish work today, I'm going to first have a meal out on the town and then have a look at some clothes at the Bose Market. A certain clothing store in the market has been pretty popular recently and the designs are cute. I've got to check and see if there are any new fashions out that I don't know about. Yeah, you gotta stay up to date, like maybe they have the latest Stregas. Like you don't know unless you check, you know? Let's check.
Sup? Claire. I snuck off to come here and look around. There's so many unusual things to see. So I guess this is where everybody comes to shop, huh?
Were you the one who'd lived in Bose your whole life but never visited the market? How do you even do that? Bose is like a couple of buildings large. I think this was the loud woman. All of my products are made with a woman's touch. And they're just as good as anyone else's, if not better. Oh, really? What did you sell? Yeah, you sold a work helmet. Yeah, I'm sure that's in style. Cool.
The mayor just stopped by a minute ago and gave us some advice on how to run our business. She was even kind enough to teach me about setting out goods and how to address customers. And after that, she bought some dishes from us.
That's great, Palm.
I love looking for bargains. Whenever there are antiques to be found, I just can't ignore it.
He looks like a supervillain in the making.
Each month, one shop in the market receives an award from the mayor. And last month, my shop was chosen for being the most scrupulous. Now I just feel like working all the harder.
Interesting. It looks like the mayor's got her own ideas about how to make the economy grow here in Bose.
Yeah, she may be young. You can definitely see that she's really supporting the market.
Ah, yeah.
Ba-ba-ba-da.
Carol. Alright, I've decided today we're gonna have fish. Now the bigger question is whether to grill the fish or to boil it. Let me guess, next time I come by you're gonna have decided on grilling or boiling? Dude, dinner can be hard.
We had only thought about profit. Mayor Maybell was exactly right about us when she got angry. We were on the verge of straying from the path of a merchant.
You were, Trayton. I'm glad you see the error of your ways.
When you start a business here, you can receive aid from the city.
Wow, Bose is really a city of commerce, just like everyone says.
Yeah, that's because since Mayor Maybell's father's time, the city has supported this place.
The reason we've all been able to have our own stores like this is because the late mayor, Maybell's father. Yet I regret to say I've caused a bit of trouble for the mayor. I brought disgrace upon the merchants of Bose.
Yes, you did, Buck, and you should think on your sins. Nobody in the back here? Alright, we Gucci.
Oh, hi Dorothy. What are you up to?
Well, don't you all have shining faces today? Okay, now smile for the camera, please. It looks like she can't hear you.
Yeah, I guess she's off in her own little world again.
That reminds me, something I thought about when we were going over the Liberl News issue 2. What an issue. The picture here at the tower. Is this the article that was written by Niall and Dorothy? Is that her picture? Because if so, they got it to press real fast. Or got it to print, rather.
Originally, I was a commissioned officer in the Royal Army. But for some reason, I couldn't give up my dream, so I left it all behind and opened up the shop. My wife fought me tooth and nail about this, so I've got to work hard to make her understand why I chose this path. My daughter, on the other hand, is happy about my business.
Oh, I know where they live on the south.
I know where your family lives.
I know where they live. Your daughter was really happy about her clothes, and I kind of dissed her about it. Alright, he does have some cool streggers. Liberl.
I forgot what I was supposed to buy. And this is after my mom let me come here all by myself. Maybe I should just go home and ask again. Little Liberl,
you'll figure it out. You're a big girl. You got this. We believe in you. Everybody here believes in you.
Katrina, I recently started helping here around the store, but I'm still learning the ropes. I actually still get embarrassed trying to invite customers to look at our wares. I know I'm gonna have to do something to change my attitude, but I believe in you.
The pure smile of the girl who works here at this shop is to die for. In fact, I come here to buy sweets several times a day just to see her smile.
That's either very creepy or very cute. I'm gonna go with that's very cute.
Minuet.
I've been doing business here since back in the days when this was an open-air market. In other words, I'm the most senior merchant here in the market.
So I guess you're a real veteran here then, huh?
Yeah, we're talking more than 40 years ago when I started up this business.
And at that time, there wasn't a wonderful building here like you see now. Bose may have changed a lot, but the air of excitement you see here is the one thing that hasn't. Agreed. Tee, I feel sorry for my husband, but I feel kind of lucky that our flight was cancelled. Now I'll be able to spend more time shopping. Alright. Libro.
Whenever I come by this place, I always find myself stopping in. Since I basically come here every day, I probably know where things are in this place better than the shop owner herself.
Libra will have an issue of Cornelia coming up, so... There's Cigaro. I guess if I wanted to walk to Ruan, I'd have to hike over a mountain, huh? There's no way I could get my wife to do that with me. But at this rate, the cost of lodging is only gonna pile up. Dude, real life problems right here. Well, it looks like we're really excited about getting going. Alright. Let's go... That's north. Let's go south, everyone. Let's stop at the south block, see how people are doing. Let's stop by the family of that merchant. Paul? What's his name? My husband resigned from his post in the Royal Army and started a business in the Bose market. But I'm against it. I at least wish he would have done this when Elk was a bit older. But Elk is so proud of her papa. One day, when I get older, I'm gonna help my dad make clothes. I'm gonna work with my dad at his store. Yes, you will. You will. Child labor. Let's stop by the Orbital factory. Here you are again. What is your role here? Unfortunately, before I knew it, Nigel had taken over the store. I'm only interested in pursuing my own creative interests. So as long as there is an environment to do that, I could care less who my boss is. Yes, Nigel did seem like he'd recently come into... Yeah, this is a good guy. I think this is a good guy.
La la la, money, money, money. Gah ha ha ha. I can't stop laughing.
Laughing? Sure.
Who would have thought I'd be able to get my own factory this easy? In this world, it's only the smart people who remain on top.
Alright. If you say so. I'm just gonna brush over that, I guess. Doesn't really matter. I have nothing here to... there's no point doing anything here. We're in the past. Alright. What's going on here, Miss Murano? I heard that my father was on the airliner that went missing. I wonder what my father's gonna do about his business deals now. Maybe we should be worried about whether or not he's still alive instead. Maybe. This is Bose. I can't believe it. My husband was on the airline that had disappeared. What should I do? I'm sorry. What can I say? It's tough. So was my father. Hope, have you guys squared up? You were having a nasty fight the last time around. Now it looks like you're not talking to each other.
Why do you get angry so easily? Don't you realize that high blood pressure is bad for your health?
I swear, my good-for-nothing husband. He takes off without a word and doesn't come home for hours. Whenever he takes off, he's gone and who knows for how long.
Well, it's just, maybe he's a superhero. Maybe he's just living his best life. But he should be honest. It's important to communicate.
When I was a lad, I set up my own store at the Bose Market. Nowadays, when I go there, it all feels so nostalgic. Now, if we could just get all the young bucks to work hard like that too.
Indeed. The youngins these days, they don't work like they used to? Question mark? Almost done.
Borden, my family's been merchants connecting trade here in Bose for generations. I've been at odds with a man named Trino here for some time now. However, recently Trino's daughter, Mirano, has begun to amass her own financial power.
So Trino is the merchant father of Mirano who's gone missing. Okay.
Now it's a cutthroat struggle between the three of us to be on top.
It wasn't all that long ago that Miss Mirano used to be a cute little girl who came to visit. But now she's a fierce business rival. I sure hope that my little Alvel will have that kind of backbone too.
Alvel looks grown though. Look it out. Look.
My mom and dad are always telling me to watch and learn from Mirano. But I really don't have an intention of being a merchant. I want to go to Ruan and study at the Royal Academy.
And dude, you should. You should come with us when we eventually, maybe possibly go to Ruan. Ba-ba-ba-da. There we go. Thank you for your patience. I just wanted to check out what the people around the city had to say, and now that we've done that, let's go back to the present. Alright, back in the present. Bose Bracer Guild. Let's stop by. We got more quests, actually. Let's take a look after we report in. Right, we reported the jobs already. So let's instead have a talk.
Oh, it's you kids. So, did you find out anything about the incident?
Tee, you bet. Valuable information at that.
Estelle relayed the information they had obtained from General Morgan. The Sky Bandits and the Kapua family. Oh, you're right, that is valuable information. It looks like we'll be able to decide on a policy for the Bracer Guild related to this. However, I'm surprised to hear that General Morgan is an even bigger Bracer hater than I had originally thought.
Yeah, I was really surprised myself. In Roland, the job of a Bracer is pretty much respected by everyone, so to encounter someone that hates Bracers that much...
Don't worry about it, General Morgan's an exception. Under normal circumstances, the Royal Army and the Guilds maintain a pretty good cooperative relationship. However, it looks like this time you're gonna have to deal with a lot more than you bargained for.
Well then, I guess we'll have to try and make steady efforts while maintaining a low profile. But it looks like these recent burglaries are also the work of the Sky Bandits, right?
Yes. Taking into account the incident in Roland, it's pretty clear who's behind these. To call them burglaries is one thing though, because most of the stuff that's been stolen hasn't been all that valuable. I would never have thought they would go as far as to commit a heinous crime like hijacking the Linda.
Now that you mention it, that is rather odd. The burglary that happened in Roland was also rather mild in comparison.
Yeah, and to hijack an airliner and then turn around and demand a ransom from the royal family. The risks there are greater than any potential rewards.
In light of that, we should probably do a little more on the investigative side ourselves. Indeed. Alright, let's check out the boards. Bear Claw Survey. Spence. I'm searching for sites within the Bose region where a plant known as the Bear Claw grows. If anyone knows of such places, please notify me at the Spence Pharmacy within the Bose Market, and come see me if you need further information too. Nice. Nebel Valley Monster. Spoiler, this is where we find the Bear Claw. A ferocious monster known as a Master Cryon has been spotted roving the Nebel Valley. Alright, West Bose Monster. Thunderquake, roving the West Bose Highway. There's always something on the West Bose, huh? That's just how it goes. Boom ba doo ba doom ba ba doom ba. Aha!
Come on, Missy. I'm begging you. Please let us in. If I could just get a comment from the mayor, I'll be on my merry little way.
Yep, that's right. And of course, I need a photograph too. I'm sure the mayor would be flattered, but she's extremely busy. I'm gonna have to ask all those without an appointment to leave. I hope you can understand the situation.
Oh, come on, please. For an incident this huge, we hardly know anything about the circumstances surrounding it. And I have an obligation to inform the readers.
But, yeah, what about the readers? We can probably reach double the numbers if we have the mayor grace the cover. She's said to be very beautiful after all.
Dorothy, why'd you have to go and say something like that?
Huh? But it was you who was saying the same thing, remember? You said if we didn't have any news to go on, we could lure customers to buy the magazine by featuring the sexy mayor on the cover.
You're idiots! Miss?
Well, aren't you two a couple of interesting visitors? I'll make sure to tell Mayor Maybell about the details of our conversation. At the moment, however, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Wait, this is a misunderstanding.
Please leave.
Fine.
So, are we going to be not getting a photograph of the mayor then?
Oh, Please, for the love of Adios and my sanity, just keep your mouth shut.
Niall, wait for me! Huh? Well, that went well. Ba-ba-ba-da. Good afternoon, Lila.
Oh, it's you braces again. Did you just return from the Hawking Gates?
Yeah, something like that. So, those two you just turned away.
A bunch of unscrupulous individuals.
Really?
Those miscreants said they planned to use the mayor to make some quick mirror. As long as I'm here to protect my mistress, I won't allow that to happen.
I see.
You're really serious about your job, aren't you?
Deadly serious. That's because it's my duty. Anyway, why don't you all come inside? The mayor's waiting for you.
She's a little scary. I'm just saying. Alright, just make a little save-a-rooney here and hope that dialogue in the entire world doesn't update immediately. Can I find Niall and Dorothy? I'm curious. No, do I want to talk to Olivier? Not really. Are they here at the markets? I think maybe Niall goes to the bar. Alright, I was just curious if they... Okay, what's up? Oh, this marketplace is much more lively than I could have ever imagined. It was definitely worth seeing. I'm glad, dude. Let's go to the mayor. Ba-ba-dum-bum.
I'm glad to see you all again. Mayor Mabel has been excitedly awaiting your reports.
I believe. Just wanted to see if the maid might have some juicy gossip. You never know what you might hear around the mayor's mansion, and some information that I may or may not use against her, should I be so inclined.
Dealing with complaints from the citizens. Late deliveries of goods to the Bose market because of the airspace being a no-fly zone. Servicing the sewer facilities. Selecting a congratulatory gift for Her Majesty the Queen. Harm incurred by monsters on the new Ansel path. When will all this paperwork finally end? Hello? Oh, are you back already?
You look pretty busy, so would it be better if we came back at a later time?
No, you're fine. So, you found out something from General Morgan, right? I'd like to hear about it.
You got it.
Good work. I feel like I have a much clearer picture of the situation now. First, there was a hijacking by the Sky Bandits, and now a ransom demand. Situation's much more serious than I had originally anticipated. If the General hadn't found out that we were bracers, I think we could have learned more, but... No, it's alright. I'm just glad to know that it wasn't a crash. With this information, I should be able to take effective countermeasures with the city. Now, I need to think of a way to inform the citizens of Bose and deal with the families of the passengers.
I imagine that would be quite a difficult task, considering that you're already as busy as you are.
Well, that's just a duty of a mayor. And since the identity of the criminals is now known, may I ask that you continue your investigation of the incident?
Of course, that was our plan to begin with. We've already had a run-in with these Sky Bandits before. And I'll wager the honor of the guild that this is one group we cannot simply leave up to the Royal Army.
Yeah, that's for sure. There's Dad to find, and then we need to deal with these Sky Bandits once and for all.
Huh? What's with the look, Joshua?
I was just thinking, and no matter which way I look at things, I just can't believe it.
What can't you believe?
That Dad could get beaten by a bunch of Sky Bandits. Basing my judgment on the ability of the group that appeared in Roland,
I'm in agreement with you there. Cassius could have easily dealt with a group of that caliber.
Oh, come on, Joshua. You too, Shara. You're giving him way more credit than he deserves. He's pretty good, I'll give you that. But I think it would be a bit of a stretch to take on an entire group.
Do you mind if I ask you something? Are you trying to tell me that your father was aboard that airliner? Oh, didn't I mention that? I'm embarrassed to say it, but yeah, he was. Not to mention, he's a bracer, too. His name's Cassius Bright. Did you just say Cassius Bright? Yeah, why? Do you know my dad or something? I've never met him in person, but I've heard a great deal about him. I'm sorry, I just don't know what to say. But we might be able to use this to get some information from the army. Excuse me, Mayor? I'm very sorry. I can empathize with what you must be going through. If there's anything I can do to help you clear up this incident, then I'm at your disposal. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask. Alright. I wonder what's up with the mayor. As soon as we mentioned Dad's name, she got all surprised. You're right, but I guess I can imagine where she's coming from. The mayor and the general have known one another for a long time, after all. Uh-huh? Well, let's not worry about that right now. The real question is, where do we go from here? Just searching around blindly for the airliner or sky bandits probably won't amount to anything, right? I mean, if that's all it'd take, then the army would have found them a long time ago. Huh? What's the matter with you two? Estelle, you've matured. If it had been the same you as before, you probably would have said something like, "Let's just comb the entire region." I never thought I'd see the day when those words would come out of your mouth either. My heart's too full of emotions for words. So what are you two trying to say? You can be so rude sometimes, I hope you know. We were complimenting you, Estelle. Seriously. Unfortunately, unlike Roland, the Bose region is enormous. I'm really hoping for it. Excuse me, I misclicked. I was really hoping for a clue right now. Oh, right. Wasn't that Niall and Dorothy we saw in front of the mayor's place earlier? He seemed pretty starved for a story, but he's gotta know something by now, right? It's true he arrived in Bose a little before we did, so I think it may be worth talking to him. I wonder where they went. I think they're chilling at the bar. Knowing Niall, that's probably where he is. And my question is, Olivier, you're still doing the same. Good, we're still in that same state. So, I believe the next trigger of main quest is finding Niall and Dorothy. I believe at the bar. So, that's exactly what we would like to postpone a bit, because if we look in our book, we have Bear Claw Survey, the Nebel Valley Monster, and the West Bose Monster. Meaning, we got some business ahead of us. And I think, just as like one final thingy for the day, I kind of want to go deal with the West Bose Monster. Then the next one is going to be all about exploring the Nebel Valley, which it can be tough. There's some strong monsters there, and it's one of those, no, you don't get a map regions, so navigating can be a bit tough. There's plenty of treasures, it's a little mazy, but I believe in our ability to get through. Let's sneak up on this grandfather chicken, or this group of them. Let's just freaking beat up some... Oh, well, it would help if you could actually hit them, though. Then I'm just gonna go. I just wanted that bit of extra CP. I'm that cheeky. So, let's see if we can spot the monster. It should be fairly large. So, I don't think it should be evading my notice. Those are getting closer to Shining Palms again, and... you know, there are techniques one could use. Come on. I had to do it. It was just right there. What's a man supposed to do? CP heal hype. All right, here's what we do. We do morale on everyone, just like that. Bam, 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 and we get everybody ready. And then we really have no... I need to try to hit to get some CP, though. We're not going to be able to hit. All right, here we go. Bring it. Whoop out. That's not a kill. One more. One more Shadow Spear. We got it. And then if that's not enough, we're going to do a Stell with the critical. And then Joshua should also be getting enough CP. Okay. Here we go. We might be able to get one. Come on, pummel him. Nice. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna wait 1 round. But I can't. I couldn't pop it. I couldn't pop it. Why couldn't I pop the critical? Can you not pop during Shining Palm turns? Well, we learned something new. Yikes, that's huge. All right. Still miffed about that freaking Shining Palm. I had the perfect setup. Whatever. Let's go kill a giant monster alien fish, I guess. Make me feel better. Thunderquake. Alright, weak to earth. We have no earth attacks. That's good to know, though. Thunderquake. I think big bosses might be not that damaged by, or not being able to be affected by the KO. I'm not quite sure. So Anticept, we haven't talked about it, but it actually casts Mute, which is really cool. I think what we're going to do for this one is that we are going to cast Clock up on Joshua, and he's just kind of gonna, he's gonna go wild. I'd like to do a morale here. Just double check, I don't have Earth, do I? No, I have something new like Lightning, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna see if I can build up a little bit of CP here, so I can cast out some morale, so I can really get stuff going here. Bind Whip. Alright, I'm gonna need to get closer. Sherazard is always a little bit far in the back. I might want to bring her up further. World Shaker? Excuse me? Okay, that's something. I hope I can still... Oh, well, of course I can hit. This is a thingy on myself. I don't much like that blindness, though. That is actually really annoying. Alright. Do I have something to cure me of my blindness? I have the Carmine Eye from Roland. Let's eat that. Nice. Learn the recipe. That's what matters. That's why it's handy to just have them around rather than eating them right away. I like it a lot. What do I want to do with you, Estelle? I think I want to attack just so I can get some CP. There we go. Now I can do a little morale boost. We'll be needing it. Alright. And I think I'm just going to start up some firebolts here. World Shaker. How bad can it be? Alright, now she's blind. That's okay. Let's bring Joshua into morale range right here. Nice miss. Okay, Firebolt, pretty good all around. I can do a dual strike here. Bam, bam, just like that. Now he's blind, so that's good. Take another Firebolt. I don't think blind affects casting arts, which is pretty good. Now I can do a morale right here. And then I'm gonna pop in and attack the Thunderquake with a big sever. Nice. Not nice, but it's fine. Here comes the Fireball. Alright. He's getting low. And I'm blind again. Do I have something else that can cure blinds? Nope. That is alright. One might even say I probably should have equipped something to make me deal with that. But not to worry. I'm just gonna toss myself into it, I guess. And I don't have anything that can cure status ailments either. But not to worry. I think what you're gonna do, maybe just do a little bit of a soul blur here. Sure. We just gotta whittle him down. World Shaker. Miss. Oh, so clutch. Check this out. Here comes a critical Firebolt. 420. And here comes that soul blur. Perfect. He's a goner. Pizza cake. Woo! Wind Sepith. Just what the dog... And I got evade too. Exterminated the monster. Nice! One of us is using evade 1, right? You are. So evade 2 is going to give us Sylphan Wing, which is single support, temporarily borrows the power of wind. Move +1. I don't think that's particularly good, right? That is a lot of EP and a long time to cast to move 1 extra square? I don't know, dude. Alright. I'm still kind of miffed about that palm. So what we're gonna do, we're not ending until I have revenge on the palm.
There you are, you sneaky little bugger.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna go for Shadow Spear. I don't really have the stats to do this properly, but I'm just gonna go for Shadow Spear and then I'm just gonna heal up. At least get something out of this combat, which is likely to fail. Just try tossing out an art there. Heal you. Hope for a insta-kill, 20% chance. We didn't get it. Disappointing, but I got Charizard's CP up. That's pretty good. I'm gonna try to get Shadow Spear off in time. Meanwhile, Estelle... Ooh, I probably should have used Clock Up on him. Oh, well, he's gone. Come on. 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. Alright, doesn't matter. I'm taking my turn. I wonder why I couldn't burst my S-Break the other time. Let's Sever here on a critical. Bam. Nice. Then instantly, we're gonna go and pop Sadist Whip with his naughty palm. We got him. Nice. Yes. He's sparkling mightily. It's perfect. And then Clock Up here, and now he's probably gonna flee, huh? He's sparkling mightily. That's my favorite type of sparkling. He's gonna flee before I get something off here, but I'm allowed to hope, right? He's gone. That's fine. We still got that XP. Level 13 for our characters. Joshua learned Flicker. If that's what I think it is, it's really good. Nice, 30 in everyone. The other time when we got the Sepith upturn, that was the best. Let's try it out on this freaking Ekans-like fella. Or Arbok, I guess. If we're talking Pokemons. Craft. Flick. Oh, it is. Penetrate and attack delay in a line. Flicker is amazing. I really like that attack. Alright. Let's see if we can get a chance to use it. What kind of element are you guys weak to? Fire, of course. Alright. So, water here. Fire here. And then just build up a little bit of CP like this. Very good. Also blinded him just for fun, you know. And I guess we'll bring down this guy like this. Let the girls handle this one. We rule, they drool. Flicker essentially allows Joshua to do long range AoE, but without placing himself in harm's way, which is really cool. Now we need to be careful with the boiled eggs here. They're actually a perfect test of this ability right here. So fire is good against these guys. So I'm just gonna do Soul Blur. Then I'm gonna do Firebolt here. Since Soul Blur is kind of neutral. And there we go. He explodes. I'm gonna move Joshua all the way back here. And then we're gonna have some fun. I think doesn't really matter what we do here. I'm just gonna move everyone out of harm's way of the egg. Everybody, just get back. Let Joshua show off his new cool thing on a bonus critical rounds. It would have been so cool. You don't even know how cool it would be. Do I have anything that gives me CP? Man. I can still hit him. Nice. Alright, that was something. I'm gonna take an explosion in the face, but worth it. Now, if only I had a way to show you. Let's sneak up on this egg right here. Perfect. Now, just let me show the audience. Flicker, here we go. So I can send a line and I can do this. Oh, that also delays the attack of the enemy so that we now get to act more times. It's just heckin' cool. If I might be so bold as to use words such as heckin'. Alright. Enough playing around out here. With that, the West Bose monster has been dealt with, which is side quest 1 out of 3 for now. But we've also heard tale of trouble in the Nebel Valley. And there are also some bear claws which can be found in that general region. We might actually want to stop by and have a little talk with the man at the market to learn more about this bear claw. just to get the information on it. But I think this is a wonderful place for us to leave off. We had some fun at the Hawking Gate. We've met a new party member, though he's not with us at the moment. And we're just kind of getting ready for the next stretch of adventure, where things get tougher, but we get closer to uncovering the truth about the airship and the Sky Bandits. So, thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Carl, and this has been Trails to Completion.